When it comes to clay, the pinch pot is the most elementary form that's ever existed. From the beginning of time, as soon as people got clay and started making, they were using their hands to form. So we're going to learn how to pinch today. Basically, I'm going to show you how to take this piece of clay, cube-ish, and turn it into this, 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 this. We're going to need clay, so begin by opening up your bag, taking your wire tool, and cutting down a couple inches from the center, and you'll cut outward, and you'll end up with a rectangular shape of clay. You can stand that up and cut that in half, and we'll end up with two pieces of clay now that are about the size of a Rubik's Cube. We just need one right now, so put one back in the bag, and make sure you tightly close up your bag so that we don't let any air into the bag. And now you're going to start pounding that cube. We're going to turn it into a sphere or a ball. Notice how you can hear my hand smacking the clay. I'm cupping my hand. Notice the clay is getting on my hands. Your hands are going to get dirty, but that's okay. And hit the ball repeatedly, and just speeding it up here and slowing it down. You can see that I have a pretty good ball. Doesn't need to be perfect, just get it close. Now we're going to take our thumb. We're going to find a point in the ball, and we're going to start to make a hole or a tunnel into it. We won't go all the way through, but we're going to go maybe about a ½ inch to the end. The way you're going to know is you're going to feel pressure when your thumb gets to the bottom. You're going to feel pressure on your palm. So don't go all the way through. You got to stop. Don't go all the way through. Now you have a hole and a tunnel. From here, you're going to reinsert your thumb, and you're going to start to make this hole uniform. So make it a nice uniform tunnel, and then you'll begin pinching. And what we're going to be doing is with one hand we'll pinch, and the other hand will rotate. Pinch and rotate. Pinch and rotate. Pinch and rotate. And you're going to keep doing that over and over and over and over. And as you do this, you'll notice two things that are going to happen. The hole that you started with will get bigger, and the sphere that you started with is going to turn into a bowl shape. The walls will get thinner, and we will continue over and over. And so you can see the hole is getting bigger. Now I want to show you that it's very important that you start at the bottom and you get the bottom area to the appropriate thickness. And that thickness that we want is going to be about 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch. Once you've got that bottom area set, then you can move up a little bit higher. We'll go gradually. You'll notice that the way that you're pinching will dictate the way that the outside and the inside of the walls will look. If you are pinching really, really, really hard, then you're going to have deep divots. If you're pinching really soft, you won't see much change. But if you're, oh man, I'm getting tired, you're going to notice your hands are going to start getting achy. Just shake it off. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If you're pinching gradually, you're going to see a gradual change, and it's going to give you a more uniform wall all the way around. What we're trying to do is have the same thickness of wall from the bottom of the pinch pot to the top of the pinch pot and all the way around. And we do this by gradually pinching and rotating. Now that we've got a uniform shape, we're going to start to stretch it out. So we're going to use our thumb, and we're going to use this motion here where we're just stretching the wall out. So I'll be stretching with my thumb and rotating. And as we're doing this, the walls are going to get a little bit thinner, and they're going to get a little bit wider. You can see as I'm pushing out with my thumb, you can actually see the wall stretch. So we'll continue doing this over and over. You'll see I'm doing a mix of stretching with my thumb and doing a little pinching. Now we're getting really close to the shape that we want. Let's go ahead and do a little cleanup real quick. Now I'm setting the bowl back down on the work surface so that I can use both hands. And at this point, I'm just doing a little bit of pressure in my pinches, trying to create a consistent thickness and a consistent shape throughout the bowl. Just do a little bit of pinching, a little bit of rotating, little tiny movements so it's uniform. Then I'm gonna need a little bit of water. That's too much water though. Where's my towel? Shake off my hand. There it is, all right. Okay, all I need is just one little dab of water, and I'm gonna use that on the rim. We can also call it the lip. That's where you would put your lips to it if you're drinking the milk at the end of your cereal. And what I'll be doing here is I'll be rubbing or compressing the lip of this pinch pot, and you'll notice that you might develop some cracks along the way. If you got really deep cracks, then you're pushing the clay past its limit, but generally a couple of little tiny cracks, they just need to be compressed. So I'll speed up the video here, and I'm pinching. I'm just taking care of any little thing that needs to be taken care of. Occasionally you might scratch it with your thumbnail. Just go back in and compress a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit out for a little bit. Okay, this is going to be very soft, but as we let it kind of sit out for a tiny bit of time, not too long, we don't want to dry out, we're going to allow it to firm up. And as it firms up, it'll begin holding its shape, which means when we come back, we can do the next step in the process.